All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from wherever you are around the world. This is AS Eat the Pair talking as usual, and I am joined, of course, by Old Dirty H.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right. So today, as you can see, so I've changed. Hopefully, I've changed the video title so everybody can see. We are going to be casting two different matches today, um, and I'll get into the reasons for that, why specifically, a little bit later. But for now, we're going to start off with IND versus Squatter Water. If you take a look at this division records, they're in Division One. This is the one of the Week Three matches. And IND versus Squatter Water. So IND is currently 0-1, as is Squatter Water. So this is, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for to figure out which team is going. Obviously you don't want to get to two losses. You really want to get to three wins, so you're guaranteed to get into top eight. And it's going to be hard for these teams to fight for the wins where they can take them. They have to win three in a row in order to be 3-1. I see Alan is asking in the chat, where is Lat? Chat, where is Lat? I as I understand it, we actually had to cancel that stream because apparently they're not done with their games yet.
Yeah,
That's the reason why we're not doing. Was it
and maybe is that
Lat two
Quetzal's team?
versus?
Maybe we can get Quetzal on that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'll maybe I'll ask him in the WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, basically, we're not doing Lat two versus Strat because they have not finished their games. And similar
or at least
reason.
they haven't submitted the replays if they have. So
Yeah, yeah. Same reason why we're also not casting AS Gladiators versus underrated champions. Again, it's we're not entirely sure what the status of things is, but I'm sure that when we have the games in on replays in, we'll be able to cast those. So thank you for everybody who's still waiting on those week two matches. Anyways, INT versus Squatter Water. Let's take a look at the teams and nations really quickly. Um, so on IND side, we've got Predator, Faith, Lucky, and Knight Rider against Squatter Water, who have Kimbo, Vuli, Greenlove, and Panda Warrior. Um, okay, I'm gonna make this blunt. These games were played as a 2v2, and it was 100% the fault of IND. As I understand it, IND multiple times scheduled a match for 3v3 and then canceled, even though all of their players were available and in fact in game. And eventually, when they actually played the 2v2, it was because they said their third member wasn't available, but the third member was literally in game and in lobby. So really scummy play from them. You know, I, it's pretty like, please, why that this like it's completely unacceptable behavior. Um,
yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I haven't heard. I put a question, asking for a comment from IND. Still hasn't received any comment on that. So I don't know. It seems like there's a little bit of kind of infighting going on in the team. So I don't know exactly what the situation is, but it is what it is. And then, of course, for the cherry on top, the first replay was broken. It dropped a bunch of times, but somehow they got it finished. Um, but anyways, we're gonna start. We're gonna start where we start with, and then we'll go from there, guys.
yeah,
So
yeah. Really sorry that this match is going to be probably mired with all these flaws. Um, this is what we've been saying. Please, please, if you're not following the rules, you should. And there's a problem. You need to talk to Connor McDavid. You need to tell the tournament organizer. Don't just play a 2v2. Don't play on Australian Outback just because whatever reason. Don't play with random people on your team. Please just talk to the tournament organizer. Um, do not play your games. Here was a case where Connor could have done something if if he had been told ahead of time, like, hello, we had a problem with the scheduling, blah blah blah, and he probably could have done something, but unfortunately they just played their 2v2 even though he didn't give the go ahead, and so that that sucks. You shouldn't do that. Please actually talk to the tournament organizers, keep them in the loop. Um, yeah, really, really disappointed with this match in general. But we'll have to make do with what we have, and we'll have to start it up. Also, we don't have any information on bans
doesn't hurt to ask.
because they just didn't send it. So apologies for that. We're just going to have to make do with what we have. Apologies, folks.
Yep, we'll make it work.
All right, so let's before we start today's game, let's quickly look at the donations. If you like the Nordic Classic and you like watching our streams and you like the tournament and so far, and you want to make things a little bit more exciting, you can go to this donation link on the front page of the tournament website and donate to the prize pool. It'd be really, really awesome if you could. The prize pool makes things a little bit more exciting, and it'll make things a bit more fun. So we have on our list of donors, we have El Cypher, Wizard of War, Kron, PLA, Jatin, Bybrak, this anonymous donor who's Connor, and Bob. So thank you to all our donors. The Nordic Classic has always been and will continue to be free for participants and viewers. It's just, this is a way of making things a little bit more exciting for our players here. Now, let's jump into the games. So as we know, we do not know what happened in game 1. I don't have a replay, so we're just going to go with it. So let's load up game number 2.
Yep, and we'll just kind of act that as game 1 for now.
Yeah, we're just pretending it's game 1, yeah.
Yeah, and then when we load game 3 by process of elimination, we'll figure out what the
score was, yeah. Apologies, folks, for this bit messy things happening here, but that's all right. Let's load up game number 1, and my Rise of Nations music is currently off because... Oh, it looks like this is a 3v3. Huh?
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna set my music really quickly.
Maybe it was just game 1, the broken game. That was 2 versus 2.
Maybe. All right, I'm at 0 seconds. Ready when you are.
Give me a second here. Loading up.
Yeah, sure. For those of you who are just joining us, this is IND versus Squatter Water. This match was mired in a bunch of problems, and a lot of the problems can be attributed to IND and also just like poor communication. So please be clear with your communication. Talk to the tournament organizers. Don't play games that you aren't sure about, and also just don't be scummy. Like, come on, don't.
Yeah, come on, sportsmanship, guys.
Yeah. Anyways,
if you want to, you can start it.
All right, I'm at 0 seconds, so I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this looks like Watering Hole. Let's take a look at the players and nations. So on the IND side, they've got Lucky, Knight Rider, and Predator. And on the Squatter Water side, they've got Greenlove, Vuli, and Kimbo. So let's look at the nations. Lucky's got Inca, Knight Rider's got Maya, and Predator's got Iroquois. Greenlove's got Americans, Vuli has Inca, and Kimbo has Chinese. Who do you think these nations favor? Who do you think the nations, who has the better nations for this map?
We're going on Watering Hole again. Well, it really depends on how each player uses each nation. No nation is really jumping out at me as particularly strong on this map.
Yeah.
Maybe Iroquois, I guess, because of the rating. I don't know. I guess the edge of Iroquois, that's really the only nation I can pick from.
Yeah. Hey, Fatabi, I see you in the chat. I think this, for me at least, I think IND has the favored nations for this map. Maya are very good on this map, actually, because...
cheap wood.
Cheap wood. They have a lot more money for fish, or for boats, triremes, the heavy ships in Ancient Age, which is, a big benefit. We're seeing a lot of pauses, I think, and the chat's still loading. Apologies, this is going to take a while.
Yeah, this is typical IND play here.
Anyways, oh my goodness, there's so many things happening here. Yeah, and it feels like, Incas, both teams have Inca, and Inca, really not the best pick in Tier 1, but it's fine. And then Americans, obviously...
on this map, Inca's just not very strong on this map. Unless you get a big mountain, maybe.
Yeah, and then Chinese and Americans also not really great on this map because, this map's pretty aggressive, and usually you don't get to the later ages where Chinese and Americans shine. But, we'll see. Maybe Squatter Water can make something happen here. Because Watering Hole is one of those maps where, there's a lot of crazy things that happen. Let's take a look at the player spawns here. So we've got red, purple, and orange here, the IND team on the left side. Whereas on the other side, we've got Kimbo, Vuli, Greenlove, Green, Blue, White. I wonder where's Greenlove's city? Is it still going up?
I think it's still going up, yeah.
Where is it? Oh, it's in the back, way
middle.
back over here. So it looks like they only have access to water on this side, which is going to be a bit of a problem actually. It's going to be hard to secure some of these rares that are closer to the water.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at the rares quickly. So for IND, they've got sugar and cotton in Lucky's territory, as well as marble in Knight Rider's territory. And there's also spice in Lucky's territory. And on the other side, for the green Inca player Vuli, they've got amber right outside his territory, and then obsidian, which they should be able to tech, and silver, which is contestable. Pretty low amount of rares actually. I thought there would be like 1 or 2 more rares, but
yeah. It's kind of a whole map here. It's just not the best rares in the world. Silver obviously is great. Sugar. So it looks like IND could potentially control sugar and silver. That could be big for a very fast age. Actually, cotton's pretty good for this.
Yeah,
because you get
faster shipbuilding times, yeah.
And for shipbuilding, plus 20 wood and the ship production. So yeah, it looks like IND definitely has the better, if they can control silver. We'll see.
Yeah. And if even if the team of Kimbo, Greenlove, and Vuli, Squatter Water here is able to control silver and obsidian, I'm not so sure. I think the rares are still kind of equal. Sugar's a great rare, especially for this map because there's so much happening in the early game that the reduction in food cost and the resources can be really, really helpful, as well as cotton helping them win water. It does feel like IND has the better set of rares here. Let's take a look at the ruins because this is a round run. The fastest players will be putting down their libraries. We see here Greenlove and Vuli are tied with the most ruins at 4 each. All of IND has 3 ruins each, and Kimbo unfortunately has a single ruin. A little bit unfortunate for them there. But Kimbo did put up the city the fastest, so he's going to get the library way ahead of time.
What are your thoughts on this? The Iroquois player with 5 farms, maxed out wood, so he's flashing yellow on both wood and food. I personally like to go 4 farms with Iroquois because you get that extra wood, food from the wood, and maybe save that wood. But what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's actually good. I like this play. Sometimes you see on maps, sometimes you see with nations like Egyptians, you'll actually build a farm before your 6th farm before the library to get plus 70 food. Or you'll see with nations like Germans, you put down a granary as your basically quote unquote 6th farm to get plus 70 food. I kind of like it. I mean, I think it can be, I think it is a decision to be talked about because this map you're often short on timber because you're making so many boats. So it's hard to say exactly what the right play would have been, but I don't think there's like a clearly wrong play here. Because
and I mean it's only 56 wood. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, and the food income helps you with a faster mill, a faster age, whatever. So
I think Predator there, and you can see he's getting the mill now.
Yeah, we do see here on this side, Knight Rider's going for mill first before commerce. I don't really like it. I think you're not really taking advantage of your Maya power if you go mill first like this. You should just go commerce, put down a market, put down your dock, start spamming fishes, and then you can put down a barracks. But I guess, I guess Knight Rider is trying to raid the Inca player on the other side, who, might be a tad slow. So it could pay off.
Yeah, I guess we'll just see.
Most of the other players are going for commerce first.
It looks like all standard commerce build. What time do you have right now?
I'm at 5:30 right now. 5:30.
Okay.
And it does look like the Iroquois player is going to go for commerce or for military pretty early. I wonder if we're going to just see boats or we're going to see some aggression with the barracks. I think either is acceptable. Obviously, without a
bit of both. It's Iroquois, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some heavy infantry get running out there and do some damage.
We do see here some troops being made from Knight Rider. I would like to see a heavy infantry. I think heavy infantry are better when you go for this early mill like this to deal some damage. And it looks like, Vuli's going to be fortunate. The wood camp is way in the back, so all these units from Knight Rider are going to take a while to actually find it. And so Vuli should have enough time to get that mill and maybe put down a barracks. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see. Unfortunately, Ink is just pretty slow. But he does have enough. He'll have enough food here to get mill. Let's see if he goes mill.
Yeah. Puts down a market. That's probably going to be a little painful, especially when he sees those units. You really want to conserve your timber because, you know, how you can literally lose the game is they park all their military units on your woodcutters camp, and, you know, you can't make any units for military without, you know, you need timber to make all the ancient age infantry units, and those are the only land units that you can make in the game. So we'll have to see if Knight Rider can get the units in the right positioning. That can be really scary. Knight Rider is going for the wood camp, it looks like. Just trying to scout around and find it, which is a good choice.
And you see the Iroquois player up top did go for the barracks. So, not sure about that location of the barracks. Maybe a little
it probably should be a little bit more forward. But it does look like Knight Rider is going to begin the raid. Ouch. This is going to hurt. Obviously, you know, the Inca player does have some bonuses. But it feels like Vuli actually might need to pull all the units and just surround these units. You know, citizens can fight. They're not very good, but they can fight. But like right now,
especially against slingers and archers, they're pretty effective.
Yeah, I gotta. Vuli needs to recognize like, oh look, there's no heavy infantry here, and so I need to. I can just surround. If I can get a nice surround on all of these units, then I can hit them. With my units. Otherwise, look, it looks like now Vuli's going to lose a lot of units. Has built a second wood camp, which is going to be a bit painful, but it is a little safer.
Yeah. And he does have mill, just he doesn't have enough wood yet to do anything with it.
Yeah. Needs to eject all of these citizens, need to recognize that, you know, the units are moving away. The Maya player was hurt by this, in terms of resources, but and it looks like Kimbo's doing an excellent job getting out 3 triremes, still has a bunch of wood. Really nice play there.
And so you got a couple heavy infantry raids going to come up top here from Predator. It looks like he's going to tower the silver. He was able to sieve on that as well. So
that's going to be really nice for them.
Yeah.
And it looks like they might be able to hit this camp of Kimbo, this woodcutter camp here. Iroquois infantry being really good. That's being fast. And I'm not sure what, I'm not sure why these players are going for Science 1. Usually on this map, you don't want to go for Science 1 because you need the wood. And we do see here this infantry, but these infantry being annoying, as well as these light infantry being annoying here. Kimbo doesn't notice that has walked into the Beijing, and neither does Knight Rider. Both poor micro from both players. You know, if Kimbo had noticed, could easily get a surround on one of these, damage it a lot. And now I don't know what Knight Rider's doing. Okay, I guess Knight Rider now starts attacking. And it's going to be annoying, but with the correct garrison micro, not going to lose any units. This barracks in the back is going to be really annoying, though. I don't think you need that necessarily.
But there is a heavy infantry up on Kimbo's wood now, if you can see.
That's true. That's true. This city from Kimbo, though, is excellent. Gonna deny this tower from later on. The tower was still good because now Predator and Lucky can use it pretty safely, but they won't have it for later ages.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. They'll at least get it to H2. But yeah, after that tower's gonna get bribed unless they raise it. It looks like it's burning pretty fast anyway. So.
Yeah, we do see here the raids continuing. 2 heavy infantry, a bunch of units. There's no way Kimbo can fight it, and is gonna need to ditch this wood camp. That's not too bad, but your opponents have been slowed down quite a bit by this. Somehow it looks like the Iroquois player is incredibly fast. Predator here. Aging before 10 minutes, made all those early units, has all the techs, and still, let's see. It looks like the Iroquois player didn't make any boats, which might be one of the reasons why they were able to age so quickly, as well as sugar and silver, obviously. And we see here Vuli going for Science 1. I don't know. I don't think you want to go for Science 1 like this. We see a little bit of spotty micro from Kimbo just chasing the ships far away, which is definitely not what you want to do. These ships are not going to go down. And these units are still causing havoc. somebody needs to age quickly on the side of Squatter Water so they can put down a light horse and just get rid of all these units. But it's going to be hard. They don't have access to this silver anymore because their opponents towered it early on. And it looks like IND is going to win the water. Poor micro and not making enough boats from Squatter Water's side means, you know, that they're gonna lose the water fairly convincingly here. Looks like everybody's aging except Knight Rider, who is still a little ways off. Kimbo says GG in the chat, which I don't know if I mean, it's a little early, but it still is not ideal. Your age is late. All of the other players have already aged. It's going to be pretty tough here, and I'm not even sure if did they get rid of the rating units? No, it looks like they didn't even get rid of them. So that's going to be a bit tough here. We do see Kimbo's going for Colossus. I don't really like this choice. They've lost water. They don't really have the wealth. Here's some poor micro from Kimbo. Gonna lose these units to the tower here. Should just target fire loses an archer. Should just target fire the silver merchant here, but it's already been used, so most of it's over. Oldie, are you still there? Okay, I've lost Oldie. I don't know what happens. Oh, okay. Alright, hold on one second. Where is it? Discord. Here we go. Hello, Oldie.
Oh, hey, Pear, I was trying to add Vibrake, sorry.
Sure. Did he join?
Yeah, he's going to. I gotta re-add him, but just answer it. It's gonna hang up.
Okay, sure. Oops. Alright, anyways.
Okay, there. Vibrake.
Oh, I'm gonna pause the game really quick. Vibrake, you good?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we are in the middle of this game 2, game 1 question mark. I don't really know what it is, but it's the one that's labeled game 2 for IND versus Squatter Water. I'm at 12:16 right now, and I'm paused.
Okay, and this is the whole map. So I'll just fast forward and join you, but you can start. I'll fast forward.
Okay, sure. Oldie, are you around the vicinity of 12:16?
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
Okay, all right. 3, 2, 1. Go. Alright, so yeah, we saw some raids here from Knight Rider on Colossus. Not really sure why Knight Rider is backing away. Maybe scared going to lose these units to a light horse, which I think it's probably likely, but Kimbo hasn't shown any signs of wanting to put down a stable quite yet. That's how you kind of deny all of these annoying raiding units early on. And it looks like the Iroquois player is going to get aggressive. Mill 2, Senator, but Mill 2, that food income and timber income both pretty good. Also has a pretty good metal income. Second barracks, and we see also the Inca players going for a stable. This looks like a pretty good push onto Luoyang, and that means they might be able to capture silver, which probably spell doom at this point for Squatter Water, who are a bit behind. If you just look at the scores, they're 100 points behind. Here on this side, let's see the Inca player versus the Maya player. Maya player is going Despot. I think that's fine because they're going to... it looks like Knight Rider is just going to try and keep their opponents busy. And on this side, we do see here the Inca player is still a little slow, just working up on the economy and infrastructure and all that.
And yeah, Despot coming for the Maya player, so looks like some aggression going to come here. Vuli's in a bad spot here, being Inca. His cap's pretty vulnerable. So let's see if that goes down.
Yeah, the Senate in the front is a good choice. I would like it to be a little bit more over to the left, but usually putting the Senate in the front is a nice choice. Research your government and then immediately start raising it, because what happens is you can, if you raise it and it gets to low HP and your opponent's units are there and they auto attack it, you can kill the Senate and then you can get a faster raise essentially and put down your Senate somewhere else so they don't get the cap sack bonus. Looks like
and it's a pretty sizable building too, so it takes up a nice amount of space to kind of acts as a barrier for some opponents coming in. So it's nice.
Yeah, and here we see Predator, nice little raid on Obsidian there, and this is like one of their only 2 rares that Squatter Water is using. Here, these units are saved again. They're going to be really annoying. Really would like to see a stable come out from Vuli, which is coming, but it's a bit slow, unfortunately. And the Knight Rider has already gone Despot. Let's see, the Mill 2 is there. The Siege Factory is coming. Doesn't have that many units so far, but will have more units momentarily.
Great work in the water by Lucky. He's pretty much the only one in there. He's battling away. He's got these large galleys now. He's got some drama on, so those are going to cause a lot of trouble here for water.
Yeah, and some spotty micro from Greenlove and the other players just running in. And yeah, they're like trying to protect their fish, but I think it's a little too late. They're gonna get rushed on land, and then they won't have enough resources to defend there. Looks like we do see Vuli has been really hurt by all of these raids. And now the Iroquois player is pressing on this side, as well as the Inca player, who actually doesn't. The orange Inca player, who actually doesn't have that much army, only now researching military too.
Yeah, because he's been focused on the water, so I think now he's going to start shifting over to the land, because he's getting a pretty good control on the water now.
Yeah. And I like these, the Knight Rider just constantly being annoying with these units. Kimbo really needs just a couple, like 1 or 2 light horses to make things happen. But look at this. Now Kimbo's gonna basically lose the city because there's nothing here to protect. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe I was gonna suggest an ambush, but it's, or as some players know, Iroquois can't actually ambush. These archers are gonna get gunned down. There's a lot of cavalry from Predator's part. The micro is a little weird. I'm not really sure who's doing a better job microing. These hoplites are microed back, and all these cavalry units are quite low, but looks like I don't really know.
Kimbo's unfortunately in big trouble here.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna end up losing this city. Yeah. The tower is gonna go up, but there's just not enough army here. Not enough support from Greenlove, the American player, who has gone for Despot, which I think is not a good choice.
Yeah, poor choice, especially it's free.
Yeah, just get Senator. It's not like you're short on metal or anything. Here we see a lack of micro from Kimbo. This archer's going to get gunned down. The Senator's out of position, and this city's going to be taken pretty easily. On the other side here, we see Knight Rider pushing in.
Here.
Yeah, this is looking like it's over.
Yeah, Knight Rider's going to be able to take this city pretty easily. Let's see how he micros though. I mean, Vuli's got a mostly decoy army, so that's not going to help him a whole lot.
Yeah, but Vuli does have attrition and militia, which is a good sign. However, these raids from Knight Rider are just going to be really annoying.
Yeah. And he's
pulling the army out of position, denying metal, and it's going for the charge. I don't think he's going to be able to take the city, but he might be able to cause a lot of havoc. I would like to see Vuli just pull the militia and kill this army, would stop the offense.
That's what it looks like what he's doing, yeah. He's got 12 militia, that's enough to hold that.
Yeah. And, Vuli, I would actually recommend Vuli to research Commerce 2 at this point. Just has all that wealth floating and can't really use it. Should just buy stuff. And I know that slows down your aging time, but it's not like you're going to have enough food eventually.
At this point, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he's in a despot, so he's not like he's aging anytime soon either. So I agree. Get that comp too. And as you can see here, from building that tower forward, you see those archers are just picking away at that Senate.
Yeah, picking away at the Senate. If Vuli had started raising it way earlier, it could have done something. On the other side, it looks like the Iroquois player is just going to run completely through all these units. Has access to silver now, which looks like hasn't sent a merchant quite yet, but is getting close. Has enough knowledge, income, has enough food. Great economy there. Probably needs like.
Yeah, Vuli's in big trouble. He just got his woodcutter camp raised down by the catapults. And zero wood income. He's got all that gold, like you said, which would have been great.
And Vuli is going for that com too. Hopefully that's not too little, too late. But currently, I think Vuli needs to act a little bit sooner, because now the army of Knight Rider is getting a little scary here. If Vuli just went in with all those units, all the militia pulled, I think it would actually, just beat this army back, kill some of the sieges, hopefully. Forced march, and I think that would stave off the aggression, but instead Vuli's just taking more and more economic damage. Does buy some stuff with Com 2, which is good, but should start spamming some more scholars, get that eco back up, because currently it's lower than the Despot player's eco.
But Knight Rider's doing him a favor here. He's slowly raising that Senate. Look, less than 400 hit points left.
Yeah. So, on this side, we see Greenlove being annoying in the back. This is a good move. I think you don't need as many units. Just like 2 heavy cavalry is good enough. Because on this side, they're going to lose the city easily. you know, it's a nice. I like the idea, and I think that they need more of these type of plays to get back into the game because it's definitely hurting Predator a lot. The economy here, it's losing a lot of citizens, losing a lot of mining time. But it's a little too.
He's hoarding a lot of resources. Look at all that metal he has.
Yeah, 670 metal. And on this side, we see Wooly still not pushing forward. Wooly can see all of the army of Knight Rider and should know that Wooly actually has a larger army if you include all of the militia. Just go in, wipe out that army. Your opponent's a despot player. They have no advantages aside from they've had a little bit more time to sit and boom with quotes.
16 militia, plus he's got a pretty decent sized army now. All upgraded archers, 5 heavy cavalry. He can easily wipe out Knight Rider's army here.
Yeah, and then hopefully push because their teammates are dying on the other side. Kimbo's just getting completely steamrolled here. And although Predator is not using not using silver currently, is going to age very soon. Only needs like 20 more knowledge, and a little bit of spotty micro from Kimbo should just snipe the sieges and just run away because you have a smaller army. You can't take the fight.
And now it looks like Knight Rider has raised Wooly's Senate for him, so he's helping out.
Yeah, and Wooly's still not pushing, even though has a much larger army. And actually, the Maya player is pretty close to aging. Only needs 40 more knowledge because he's using silver. On the other side, Wooly's nowhere close. Knight Rider does back off. A wise choice, when you see that you're close to aging, your opponent hasn't pushed at all. Yeah, your opponent probably will push at some point. So.
And why would Wooly make his second city in the front? He should have gone in the back when he sees that he's being rushed so hard.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it was an earlier choice, but this is a bad spot because your opponent can attack 2 fronts. They can also just park their army right in the caravan route, which is going to hurt your wealth income. Obviously, it doesn't hurt as bad as the Inca player, but when you only have 5 metal mines, it can be tough. Here we see a nice little raid from Lucky, but they're losing on the side. They need more troops at the front line. Looks like they did manage to snipe one of the sieges earlier on. And we see again a little bit of spotty micro from Kimbo, just letting these units get caught out by these horses from Predator, which Predator has been using to pretty good effect. Just like chasing down the weakened units, being really annoying. And Lucky reaches age 3, and all of the IND players are aging, and only Greenlove is close to aging. Who, Greenlove, the American's despot player.
Yeah. And if you look at, once again, Predator just hoarding those resources. Almost 700 wood, 800 metal.
Kimbo's calling good game.
Yeah, and I think I agree. Kimbo calls GG. I think I agree. I mean, and Predator, replies to the GG. It's like I think Wooly had a chance on this side to make something happen, but ultimately just played far too passive, and now their teammates are way too behind to last well. Wooly maybe makes something happen on the other side.
Wooly had just in militia alone. He had more army than Knight Rider's army. Plus his army was big, so he could have just crushed all that, and he could have just militia rushed.
Yeah, we do see
because Chichen East is completely undefended. So
yeah, we do see here a nice little raid from Knight Rider. 6 cavalry units going to really hurt the already really low economy of Kimbo, and Wooly calls GG as well, and that looks like it's going to be it for this game.
That's it. Stick a fork in them. Kimbo said this raid's killing me.
Yeah, and there's an upgraded army from a lot of these players already in medieval age versus classical age when they're,
Yeah, it looks like Wooly's gonna lose his cap here. At least for a moment.
I'm at 2230 right now.
Okay, yeah. Well, I see Knight Rider's coming in to get ready.
Yep. Just starting the siege. Where's Wooly's army? Far away, I don't know why. I moved this thing again. And Knight Rider goes in, probably going to take this cap easily. There's nothing to defend here. And that's going to be some sweet plunder for the the Maya player, Vuli, just out of position. I don't really know what he was doing with all the army, especially when he sees the siege sieging his capital.
Again, just with militia alone, Vuli could hold that. At least avoid the sack. But just out of position. Bummer.
Yeah. Looks like this fight is probably going to go in Vuli's favor because just has more units, all this militia.
Yeah.
And if you look at what is Vuli banking all these resources for? I'm not entirely sure what happened. Why you have 600 food, 300 wealth? You know, your economy's weak. Just spam citizens. You have a 200 economy. You know, so.
Yeah, I don't know. But this one's over.
Yeah, this game is very over. So where do you think Squatter Water went wrong this game? Where do you think they could have improved to maybe have a better chance to win the game in this game?
Well, definitely at the bottom on Vuli, like I said, just if he gets aggressive there, counters Knight Rider, just takes out his entire army, he can pretty much walk in. I mean, I understand with Maya they get a little bit of defensive bonuses, but he had such a big army, he could really just go in and bully. Even if he's not going to take cities, he could go in. He could take out that woodcutter camp. He could go raid that mine. He could just raise hell. But instead, he was just too passive, like you said.
Yeah.
And then at the top, I'm not sure exactly what happened with Kimbo. Obviously, the American blunder was going despot. There was really no reason for that.
Yeah.
So,
I also think it feels like Greenleaf didn't have much of an impact on this game. Like, sure, he had a decent raid in the back with a bit of army, slowed down Predator a good amount, but feels like ultimately Greenleaf just didn't have much of an big impact on the game. Just kind of sat back and rolled over and died, and I'm not really sure why that happened. Obviously, the Senator being a big deal. Maybe if they had raided on land a little bit earlier, took out sugar and silver and stuff, and made sure that this tower didn't go up early. But it's a bit hard to say. We do see here Vuli is going to lose this city. It does have medieval age, but these units are unupgraded, and they're going to die pretty easily. It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
All right, I'm going to fast forward.
Yep.
All right, it looks like GG and Ree. Knight Rider coming up with a pretty scummy move. Never say this. Don't say easy to your opponent. That's really rude. Please don't do that. But it looks like
from these guys.
Yeah.
These guys aren't exactly world class.
Yeah, it looks like Squatter Water did win game number 1 because based on these this chat here, which I'll take a quick look at that. Let's take a look at the game stats here. We do see Predator with the most kills, but also the most units lost, and I think that was in large part due to the raid from Greenlove later on. Still think Senator would have been a much better choice. Yeah, and they also really needed some light horses early, and they just never built light horses, I don't think. So.
Yeah, so on to game 3 here. So
Yep.
yeah, like as you said, it looks from just the chat. Apparently, Squatter Water won game 1, which I think was a 2v2. So hopefully we'll get the third game with a 3 versus 3.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Again, folks, we're really sorry that this cast isn't, it's not ideal. The match isn't ideal. We're really sorry for that. But we hope you still enjoy, the content that we put out, and we hope you appreciate, the effort we're still trying to put in this game, despite having not complete information and not complete, games sent to us. All right, let's load up game number 3 here.
Okie dokie.
All right, looks like it is a 3v3, which I'm glad it is. All right, I'm at 0 seconds, ready when you are.
Ready.
Okay, Babrak, you still here?
Hello. Babrak.
Guess not. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you still here? Okay. Are you? Do you have the third game open?
Yes, I have it open, and should we start?
Okay, I'm gonna count down. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So this looks like Outback to me, and let's take a look at the players and nations. Looks like we have here the same players for IND nations-wise. They've got Indians, Mongols, and Koreans for Lucky, Knight Rider, and Predator, respectively. And for Squatter Water, they've got Koreans, Mongols, and Indians. So it looks like
Exact
they both
mirrors.
picked Mongols.
Yeah.
It looks like exact mirror match. Wow.
Yep.
So when I say who do you think the nations favor? Well, they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I guess let's look around. Let's take a look around and see the rares quickly. I guess because we have some time not talking about the nations. There's horses, salt, sugar on the left side over there. Then there's citrus more. There's gems over here, and then citrus, obsidian, marble more in the middle. On the bottom side, there's relics over to the continuing to the right. Amber, furs, bison, cotton, papyrus. Is this a rare? No, it's a ruin. In the center, there's silver and tobacco over on this side, and then peacocks here on the right side near Kimbo City, and wine a little bit on the left of Kimbo City. I'm just gonna wait until
maps, I think.
Yeah.
Like on C maps, I think relic is the most important rare, especially look like on C maps. What I do, go for the knowledge. So let's see how whoever gets it and gets the knowledge, because if you see the relics, it's like a mini university in the early games.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
One
true.
merchant gets you plus 20 knowledge. That's
That's
4 scholars.
Two empty universities.
Yeah,
it's
two empty universities. Yeah, definitely.
So that's amazing. Yeah. I saw Knight Rider in the chat earlier, said he wanted to raid the water. So they're in a perfect position here. He's got copper and citrus. So he could just use those two and just wreak havoc on the water with those.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes if he gets there.
So it looks like the players are split left to right. So we see the IND players on the left side, and then the Clan Hater team. Not the Clan Hater.
No,
What are they
it's
called?
Squatter Water.
Squatter Water. Sorry, apologies, Squatter Water. On the right side, we see Kimbo is the Mongols player and is a little separated from their teammates. But it's not too far. It's kind of hard to isolate the Mongols player who can possibly civ fast. We'll have to see what comes out of these players. So we were talking about the rares. Now that the rares, we see a pretty clear dividing line. Let's talk about who the rares favor. So I would say the best rares for Squatter Water here are furs, cotton, pappy, and peacocks probably. And on the other side, they've got sugar, salt horses, as well as gems and relics. And then there's silver in the middle that is contestable by all the players. Those are the major rares. And there's also dye here, which I didn't notice on the first pass through. I think IND has the better rares. What do you guys think?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree. And plus citrus copper, like I said, if they want to go hard in the water, they'll dominate the water.
Oh yeah, there's
We
citrus
can't
and copper.
underestimate the power of Pepe. They have the Pepe.
Yep,
Yeah,
Pappy is
Pappy's-
very good though. If maybe if they can get into a longer game, Pappy can be quite effective. But Relics is also really good in a long game. So I think IND does have the advantage in terms of rares. We do see a really fast library going down from Kimbo, skipping the 4th farm. Usually as Mongols, you go for 4 farms to get plus 70 food income, as we were talking about earlier in the last game, Oldie.
Well, on Outback, you can get close to 70 even with 2 sometimes. Looks like with 3 farms, he's plus 70, so he can be okay.
Yeah.
He's already plus 70 with 3 farms.
I don't know why Kimbo's making citizens, though. Maybe, I don't know, but should be able to get that Commerce 1 nice and early. This is a really, really early time. Let's take a look at the other side. We also see, Knight Rider also coming out very quick. Actually has 2 farms instead of 3. Wow. That is a lot of food income for only 2 farms. So if we take a look at the Mongol power recently, so normally how on land maps, like on all land maps, there's no water. How it works is you need 4 farms and the Mongol power just by itself to get 70 food income, roughly. And so if you look at the Mongol power, which is in the bottom left here, it says receive plus 1 food for each 1% of world landmass controlled. It's not actually the percentage of the world map, it's the percentage of the world landmass. So because there's so much of this map that is actually water, the Mongol player is able to get a lot more food income from just building a city and not.
You should see him on Warring States. I think 1 farm and they're like 60 plus.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't know they were going to do Outback this game because the maps are random, but.
Right. Yeah, no, Mongol's definitely one of the fastest on this map because, you can get away with 2 farms and still have a sick amount of food income.
Yeah, let's take a look at the ruins here. It looks like pretty even up across the board. Most people have 2 or 3. Knight Rider has 4 now. pretty even. So you know, I'd like to see a really great game. I think Outback is one of those maps that is just known for having really awesome games, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, because you get it all, right? You get all that extra income boost from the water, so you can get your economies up, and then you can also attack from the water. There's always a ton of great rares. There's usually not an issue with trees. The one big issue you run into is metal. If someone hoards all the mines.
And so let's take a look at the metal here. So there's 3 mountains in the back that are very easily protective for squatter water here, and actually 4 mountains. And then on this side for Kimbo, if Kimbo just sieves right here or something, we'll have no problem with metal. There's a mountain over here, mountain over here, mountain over here. They'll be perfectly fine. And on the other side, the IND team, there's 2 mountains for Predator, only 2 mountains here for Lucky and Knight Rider, but there's a big mountain that they can probably grab in the middle, as well as this +5 over here. So it looks like neither team will have any problems with metal, at least, you know, just by my guesstimation.
Yeah, and you also get the benefit of using the whales. You know, if you can find a couple whales, you get the increased ship sailing speed, which is nice. But that a little bit of extra metal income helps if you're short on metal.
Yeah, and we do see here Kimbo's a bit slow in the city. If Kimbo can, we'll see if the city comes up soon enough. Looks like Kimbo has scouted both of these rares. The city placement right here would be awesome. Just needs to put it down before Knight Rider finishes the city over here. Because, you know, otherwise you won't be able to build a new city in your opponent's territory. It does put that city down a little late on the research, but whatever, it worked out.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to build towards and try and isolate Kimbo here. So we'll see I'm not sure where Predator's going to civ yet. He hasn't gone civ yet.
And it looks like IND have not noticed the silver that's on the edge of Knight Rider's territory right now. That's a pretty crucial rare. And Kimbo's actually, I don't know if Kimbo's going to be able to finish this city. There is a citizen coming around to attack, just be annoying there.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
I think, yeah. There's another citizen coming up here.
And they do see silver, Kimbo's team.
Yeah, Squatter Water sees silver. This would be a really opportune spot for Greenlove to civ, and that's where they're pointing out. You know, protects furs with a caravan, with the caravan route there and the market. Looks like actually Greenlove's going to go there, and Voli's going to go here. I like this split.
Yeah, it is a good split.
Yeah, they're gonna try to grab this silver, which their opponents still don't know about. You know, given that if they had silver, who do you think has the edge now in terms of rares?
Man, well, taking silver and Predator looks like he's going to secure it. That's huge. That's huge.
Oh yeah, that second city. And Predator's just gonna luck into it basically. Although he
doesn't know it's there, I don't think.
Yeah, just completely lucking into it.
You
know, if somehow if Vuli and Greenlove can deny silver, that you know, then it's really good for them. But if they give their opponents access to silver, oh no, that's really bad news for them.
And Kimbo has sent a merchant to the silver.
Yeah, I mean,
so I think he's going to do an early edge.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. You know, your opponents don't have. There is a barracks coming up from Knight Rider, has a hoplite, but it looks like Kimbo's going to be able to use the silver. Chooses to go for Science 1 first. Should have clicked up on Science 1 a while ago. Had the resources, didn't do it.
I don't know what he's doing there. Use the silver and then
what? Packing the merchant now? Oh no.
Yeah, he's gonna lose
disaster.
that merchant for absolutely no reason. He could have used the silver.
Yeah, could have used the silver. Just leave it there at this point. Finish your science and then click up on classical age. Now I have no idea
at
what.
least get something for it.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate position. I
think he's trying to go mill too, since he's Mongol.
Maybe, yeah. Should I think if he wanted to do that, he should have gotten Commerce 2 earlier. You really want Commerce 2 on this map. It's not too bad if you go for it early.
Yeah. I'd like to see what if it looks like Greenlove is going to go mill now. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a tower rush here from the Korean player. He's right there on the border of Delhi. Maybe he could try and bother something with a couple towers.
Yeah, and damn, the gems from Predator really helping out. I would like to see some land raids from Kimbo. There's a lot of rares exposed in the back for IND that they currently are not protecting at all. There's salt, gems, sugar. Those are excellent rares to raid. And they haven't
Yeah,
ridden
Knight
them at
Rider's
all.
going for the Pappy right now, so that's a big problem there for
Yeah.
water.
And it looks like their communication's a little bit off. They haven't told Greenlove that this merchant's not in danger, so probably
Yeah.
going to lose that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Greenlove will survive, but Kimbo lost his.
Oh, yeah.
Barely.
Yeah. Oh, you
Well,
see a pause.
I'd like to see Greenlove
quickly,
sub
yeah.
up here. Greenlove is their best player. Last game, he just didn't even show up. So, I'm not sure what's going on in this game either. He really needs to take control of it. When your best player is just not playing that well, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, definitely. We do see, let's take a look at the text here. If you can see the text on the bottom side. Looks like so far Knight Rider is the one who is aging fastest. Had a really excellent start with he's only had to build 2 farms, which is really lucky for him. I didn't go for Crom 2, which I think is not the best choice. I think you can get you're ahead, just get that early Crom 2. You could possibly despot them with salt and sugar and horses, but you don't have to. You can just also just go for a nice little boom game. Commerce getting that economy up nice and early. And it doesn't slow you down that much, so a little skirmish here on this side from Greenlove and Vuli against Lucky. It's a good choice. I do like this raid, but all the good rares are on the top side. They're going to have to go all the way around to get to it. Kimbo's aging. That's a lot of resources floated. I think Kimbo didn't click up on age early, and yeah, this is a really bad age time, especially as the Mongols player. You don't really want to age with only 1 in each tech and at 10:22, especially on this map, which is one of the best for Mongols.
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Nice little raid here over on Salt. They haven't done a great job scouting their opponent's rares. And it looks like the Indians player is going to go for Hanging Gardens. I would really like to see a Despot come out of Greenlove here. Greenlove and Vuli probably sent it, but would like to see them Despot just kill the Indian player nice and fast. Because I think that's one way to victory, right? It feels like Kimbo's a little bit cut off, can't really do much in terms of positioning at least. We do see some water raids starting. Single bark from Predator. There is a heavy ship from Kimbo. Looks like neither of them are using whales, but Predator is using citrus, yeah, so, not cotton, or not copper though, even though it has scouted it.
So he can just go run away and heal. They heal pretty slow, but still.
Yeah. We do see here
raiding
that
on both sides here. Kimbo's raiding in the back. He's getting sugar. It looks like Vuli was trying to put pressure on Mumbai, but he's gonna get forced away by these archers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. Like Kimbo's in a bad spot right here. He's gonna easily be doubled, and it's gonna be up to Greenlove and Vuli to try and kill Lucky fast. I think Lucky made a big mistake here, just going gardens.
Yeah, yeah, it feels like a little like you don't have to. You have relics, you don't really need to.
Yeah, it really is unnecessary.
We do see here
player, all that food and wood, you could have like 6 elephants. Why are you building a garden?
Yeah, and we do see here Greenlove was going for an early mill too, but then canceled it. I didn't think you need to cancel it. I mean maybe Greenlove can go for a Civic 2 to put down a city and get those free citizens. But
yeah,
looks like Greenlove is going for Republic. I don't really like it. I think you just really want to Despot and kill the opposing Indian player here, nice and early.
Yeah, I mean he's just asking for it with going for this garden. So he's got a small army, which he does. He's got I see 1 elephant and a few archers. But like I said, without the Hanging Gardens, you could easily have 4 or 5 elephants and be a big trouble.
Yeah.
But,
and we do.
And you want to attack Indians early. You don't want to let those Indians upgrade the elephants. You want to attack them early and give them trouble early because as we know, every age the elephant just gets stronger and stronger.
Yeah, and I think the Indians units from Vuli, the barrack and stable are a bit out of position. They really should be on this left side so you can actually do something. This city, I just would like to see, a couple Korean towers, maybe station a citizen there, and then hopefully this city is really hard for them to kill. Looks like we do see Despot coming out of the Indians player. I don't like it. I think the other way around should have been better. I think Greenlove should have gone Despot, and Vuli should have been the one to go Senator, especially with, getting more fishing ships for more elephants would have been really nice.
Yeah, yeah, I agree on that. Who has horses?
It's IND. They have horses, but they're not using it currently because they got raided early.
Okay.
They are going to go back to using sugar momentarily.
And they have an extra merchant at Die just hanging out there. Looks like Lucky forgot. I mean, at Gems. He forgot about his
Yeah, just chilling. You know, 2 merchants.
Yeah.
What do you
he
think
just-
about the castle in the middle by White?
It's fine. I don't know if it's gonna do that much necessarily. Like, I guess it stops a rotation over to Khanbalit, but they already have a lookout there, so I don't think it's necessary. I think you can just put the castle in the back. They're not even denying their opponents like many rares. I guess they're denying Die, but Die's kind of in a contestable position anyways.
Yeah, Kimbo's just in a really bad spot right now. Looks like he's gonna get his 3rd city up and just try and defend here.
Yeah, and we did. There was something that I wanted to comment on earlier. You know, we do see more raids coming out from Predator. You know, something that I wanted to comment on earlier. Kimbo has not done a great job managing the food. We saw when Kimbo aged, there was just a lot of they had a bunch of resources floating, and didn't really know what to do with it necessarily. And what you want to do when you age early like that and you have a bunch of food is just immediately infinite queue villagers, because you need a lot of villagers to get a senator income, especially. And now Kimbo's just floating bunches and bunches of resources. Needs another wood camp to get that wood income a little bit higher. Needs some more production buildings. Needs to start spamming units because this catapult's sieging, and it looks like Kimbo's going to get doubled momentarily. On this side,
it's going to be trouble. They're not going to be able to rotate to help.
Yeah. On this side, I don't know what Vuli's doing, but there's just no where's the army? If you're going to go despot like this,
He's got 5 elephants.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. And elephants, as you know, they act as kind of like infantry. You can get sacks with them pretty easy.
Yeah.
And they're pretty strong against cities. I'm not sure he should be going and doing more damage with those elephants. It's way too passive right now.
Yeah, just run in, honestly. Elephants take off way too long to upgrade and stuff. Looks like the other Indians player doesn't even have mill 2, so and these elephants are just standing around. They're moving in now, and they're gonna cause. It looks like they're gonna cause a lot of havoc, and aggro's gonna go down soon. Why are they retreating? What is Vuli doing? I have no idea. What are you doing? Why are you retreating? Terrible play. You really don't want to retreat. There's absolutely no reason. You have a larger army. You're a despot player. You're trying to push.
It looks like he's gonna go in now.
Finally. Greenlove needs to make another siege. You know, Greenlove has been stuck on metal for a little bit, and also like the economy has been kind of spotty. I don't really know why. Looks like Greenlove's also not playing at his best if you compare it to the other economies.
Oh, and look at this! Greenlove was snuck around behind, was sieging down Mumbai.
Oh wow! Yeah, you know,
almost got the insta kill there. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Okay, just kidding. Good job, Greenlove. You know, you keep your opponent busy. Yeah. Make them really annoyed. And it looks like Lucky's gonna need help. Knight Rider is aging, which is good for them, and then maybe put down a couple stables to try and reinforce. But that's gonna stymie their offense on this side with Kimbo if they have to go back and help. Kimbo is almost ready to age, just needs like a couple more knowledge, and we do see a bit of a rotation from the other players. This city from Vuli is really exposed. Would have liked to see the Korean player put down a tower or 2 earlier on. And this capital looks like it's going to go down. I would like to see... here we see Predator Predator rotating. These hoplites unupgraded. Unfortunately, not going to do that much good. Let's see if the micro's there. It's not. And aggro's lost. There's no... There's no siege here to help with Vuli, and these elephants are actually going to get gunned down by these militia. Militia are surprisingly good against elephants.
They are, yeah.
And it looks like this is going to stymie their offense on this side. It just feels like Greenlove and Vuli just didn't do enough. Like, look, they weren't efficient enough with their resource management here.
Yeah, the micro was just a little off. They almost got the insta kill. It was a good attempt. But now it's just...
now it's a little late. Like, this elephant's not being microed well. This elephant is only coming around.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bribe one of these elephants, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to just bribe one.
I'm at 1730 right now. I mean, these elephants are doing good work. They're definitely slowing their opponents down, but that's not what they need. They need to kill their opponent outright because Vuli did go, did go Despot early. And I like this push from Kimbo, starting to siege into the symbol of Xiliang, I don't know. But this rush is over. There's just way too much army from Lucky and Predator and all their. I mean, they're getting it's 3-on-2 here, and the Despot
Lucky
player
and
has
Predator
no
are
army.
aging now, so this is going to be big trouble.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure what happened to Greenlove's economy. This is a Despot economy off of Senator. You know, when you go Senator early like that, you get the economy nice and high, and then you make something happen of it. But it looks like that just never happened. I don't really know why.
Yeah, and Vuli's economy is just not looking great at all.
Yeah, and here's some poor management from Kimbo. Loose the sieges to some crossbows, and also has no army, floating hundreds of resources. Really poor play. You need to spend your resources in a close game like this. They take Vuli city of Madurai. You know, it looks like IND is going to win this game because, I don't know, just really sloppy play from
Squatter Water just gave it away. Lucky should be dead right now. He did survive, credit to him, but he should not have really.
No.
And the gardens are just going to help him keep booming along.
Yep.
So, credit to him. Big risk early on going for the gardens, but
yeah, I disagree.
Water couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, I disagree with the choice to go for gardens, but it paid off because Squatter Water wasn't able to punish them for going for gardens.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially gardens as an Indian player, those are all the critical resources, food and wealth.
For the elephants. I mean, you should be just pumping out elephants. But fortunately, Lucky's got 4 elephants. I think one of them was bribed, so he was able to steal one.
Yeah, and it always hurts to lose an elephant to a bribe. Elephants are one of the most expensive units in the game, and trading one for one is not ideal. Here we see also the Korean player on this side. Predator also has an elephant from a bribe. Vuli takes the city back, which is good for him, but now there's an upgraded medieval army with medieval elephants, which are even better than war elephants. Yeah, and it looks like they're steamrolling here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see this lasting much longer. Greenlove is going to click up to age, but Vuli's still nowhere near. He's getting Comp 2.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but need to age her quick, bud.
Yeah, only has one
Otherwise,
city.
it's
When
over.
you lose your city like this, just put down another one. And we do see here, Vuli's going for that second city. It's a little on the slow side, though. Should have put down the city a little while earlier.
Yeah. And now Knight Rider's got Colossus.
Yep. Nice choice. Just gonna make sure it doesn't lose the long game for whatever reason. And it's going for Mill 3 now. This game looks very over.
Yeah, Kimbo's asking, you guys lose? Question mark. No response yet, but I'll answer for you, Kimbo. Yes, you guys are losing, and it's. I don't see how you're going to get back from it, honestly. You just gave it away early. You had your opportunities. It's just instant kill Lucky. If you do that, you get gardens plus all that plunder.
Yep.
And then it's 3 versus 2. You win pretty much. I mean, IND still wasn't out of it because Knight Rider and Predator are rolling. They've got economies and they have Colossus, so it would have been fun to see that battle. A Colossus army, which can go 2 versus 1 usually, if managed properly. But now it's just going to be an easy win for IND.
Yep, we do see Vuli trying to snipe this catapult, but these units were just sitting there doing nothing, and now the catapults get saved, and Vuli's going to lose all the army, aside from these elephants, probably. Maybe this elephant will even go down. That doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Looks like Kimbo might get the city, the White City.
On this side, I don't think so. Knight Rider has a large army, and there's a lot of knights there. Admittedly, Kimbo does have a lot of pikemen, so, if Knight Rider doesn't micro, then could be...
Yeah, you could slaughter them.
Yeah. But that's a big if, And we do see here, Kimbo does not have armor, Knight Rider does. We do see an ambush. It's not going to do that much, but I guess it's gonna pick away at the enemy units.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who's
And
gonna win this fight.
It's important to check your opponent too. You know, if you click on them, you can see they have the armor upgrade. Then immediately try and snipe that general or senator, because that's going to give you the advantage right away.
Yeah, and it looks like actually here there is a. You know, I think it just worked out that Kimbo actually has the advantage now, because Kimbo just managed to, in the initial charge, managed to take out all the crossbowmen that that Knight Rider had, and now these pikemen are going uncontested. There's nothing's really good against pikemen except for crossbowmen. Admittedly, crossbowmen are among the best units in the game, but
well, in Age 3.
In Age 3, yeah. Well, I mean, they're still one of the best units in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
And now Knight Rider's just running away. Gonna try and get some reinforcements going, but looks like Kimbo might be able to take this city, surprisingly.
Why is Lucky not doing anything? He's just standing over there parked. He's giving them time to reassemble and get boomed up.
Yeah, I think he's just booming. He's chilling.
Well, I think Lucky realizes that, like, technically, yes, I have the advantage, but also I can just sit. Yeah, I have the advantage booming. Also, I can just sit back with my Hanging Gardens. I'm not gonna die anytime soon. I have Science 3. Now I'm gonna go for a Mill 3. The economy's a little low, unfortunately, but
get the free elephant upgrades and gunpowder, and no one's gonna stop them anyway.
Yeah, now Predator's here to reinforce.
Yeah. Here comes the GG.
Kimbo calls GG. Kimbo. Yeah, this is GG. This is a bit disappointing for fans of Squatter Water here, but
missed opportunities again.
Yeah. It wasn't even like I don't think they played like awful in this game. Anywho, like, you know, we've seen some games where clearly there are some teams that are playing like really poorly. I don't think they played like super awful. It was just, you know, they had some blunders. They had a lot of missed opportunities where they could have done something but they didn't, and that, you know, ultimately, you know, they had ways to win. It's just they didn't pursue them.
Yep, that's that. So it looks like IND is going to win 2-1 here.
Yep, even though we didn't see game number 1, which would have been a nice sight to see.
And how convenient is that, right? The one game that they lose magically doesn't work.
Yeah. Where did IND send the replays?
Of course.
I see.
So,
anyways.
And we don't know the bans either. They could have been using banned nations for all we know.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
it's over. Done. Let's move along.
Yeah, I'm gonna fast forward through the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's over.
Yeah, Kimbo resigns. I don't know why the rest of them are still playing, but anyways. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick look at the chat here, because I haven't been looking for a while. Let's see. Hi Immaculate, hi Duzzles. I don't know if you guys are still watching. Sorry, I saw that a while ago. Yeah, we're seeing some talk about Com2 Despot. I think Com2 Despot would have been a good choice for a lot of the players in this game. Let's take a look at the game stats quickly. Kills are actually pretty even. It's Kimbo is pretty close to 40 kills and also 42 losses.
Yep.
Yeah. So, hi Jake, I see you in the chat. What's up?
I see him as well.
Yeah.
He just says hi to other people, not me.
All right, so that wraps up our series here for Squatter Water versus IND. IND is going to take that series 2-1. And now, before we jump into our next series, we're going to take a short break, probably like 5 minutes. It's basically just because I need to update the graphics. So I will do that quickly. What are we casting again? Sorry. What's the next match?
We are going to cast Daddy versus Alea, whatever, that one.
Alea Esther. Okay, sure. So this is the vision screen. I'll just keep this on the screen while I update the other graphics.
I think that's a Donald Trump team, right?
Yeah.
KVL, Trump, who else? We could look it up.
Yeah.
I don't remember. We'll look it up in the pregame. So.
All right. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. Or, sorry, in 5 minutes. Not 2 minutes. 5 minutes. I need a little bit of time. Sorry. All right, hey, we're back. I actually have no idea if that was 5 minutes. I stupidly did not look ahead of time to see what time it was when I said 5 minutes. But we're back. So as you can see in the stream title, this is we just casted IND versus Squatter Water, and that match finished. And so now we're going to cast Call of Daddy versus Alea Lacta Esta. As always, this is AS Eat the Pair talking, and I'm joined by olddirtyh as usual. Say hello, Oldie.
Yo.
And then I'm also joined by Bybrak here, who played. Did you play in this match, Bybrak?
Yes,
You
I
did.
played.
Okay, cool.
AKA Troll.
Yeah.
Troll.
Yeah,
Many
Troll.
many names of Troll. Troll
Yeah.
Cutter. Troll.
Yeah.
Troll.
Nowadays I'm cutter of trees.
Ah,
Yeah,
But I inspired to be ultimately one day troll, the flames extinguisher.
That a boy. I like that. I like that one. So is Cutter of Trees, is that in response to Language of Trees, or is that just coincidental?
Yes, exactly.
That a boy. Okay. So if, LOT, if you're out there, you got a Cutter coming for you. Or AZ, you guys are in trouble. So
all right.
without further ado, let's get this thing going.
Yeah. So we see here on this division. This is Division 2 match. This is a Week 3 match. So Call of Daddy lost their first game, and so did Alea Lacta Esta. So this is pretty much the same situation as the other match that we saw. Let's go ahead and look at the teams and nations. I forgot. Okay, one thing I forgot. I forgot to change the score because that was the 2-1 is left over from last match. I'm going to change that really quickly. So it is 0-0. So we've got Call of Daddy versus Alea Lacta Esta. Call of Daddy has XXX Daddy, Fatabi, Troll, and AS versus their job. And Alea Lacta Esta is with Donald Trump, MB, MP 2015, KVL, and Sylvan. Right, this was 3v3, right? All rules followed?
Yeah, these are all 3 versus 3.
Okay, awesome.
That a boy.
So yeah, you can see here the bans are already on the screen. There's for Call of Daddy they cannot pick, so Alea Lacta Esta banned these. They banned Japanese, Indians, and Greeks. And on the other side, Alea Lacta Esta can't pick Turks, British, and Greeks as well. So the difference are Turks versus Japanese, as well as British versus Indians. What do you think about these bans, guys?
Well, Bybreak, you were there. What were you guys thinking when you did the bans?
So if you look at the plebs, we had plebs are the other one. We were 4 tiers, so it was quite easy to balance out. But in this one, since we have 3, it is difficult to then. How do you ban? Do you ban Germans or Japanese or Turks? Which ones? Inca can be also a big problem. So at the end, you had to just ban one in each tier. So we thought that Japanese would be a good option, although I'm personally afraid of Inca. And then we had to eventually ban to the elephants. So we had to choose. So India, I think, is a good option to ban because they also get the wood bonus. They're they have plentiful wood. So choosing between Persians and Indians, I'll just go for Indians.
Yeah.
Not have those elephants. And then we thought about Greeks because if you look at Greeks, they can boom very fast if given the rares, like age rares, like for example the knowledge rares about relics and other things, so they can really edge. So we thought those are difficult nation, and also their horses. So in tier 3, Greeks would be something we wanted to ban, but then it depends on people whom we are fighting against. But this is the general theme that we were following.
All right.
All right, nice.
All right, so this is going to be Call of Daddy versus Alea Lacta Esta. Obviously, Bybrak, no spoilers because you play these games. The rest of us have not seen these at all, and I'm excited to see what happens. It's an important game. You're 0-1, both teams' records, and you really want to get your first win on the table. So let's take a look at this game number 1. Connor, you're in the chat. Do you want me to do the donations thing again? I feel like we don't need to because I did so at the beginning of the stream, but if you think it's important, I can do it.
Nah, that's fine. Let's go. People know.
Okay. All right. Anyways, donation link is in the YouTube comment description. In the YouTube description, you can see that also available on the tournament front page. Let's fire up game number 1. Let's do this. Hopefully, I downloaded all the things correctly. Oops, sorry. I still have the last game open. All right, so record game playback, Nordic Classic, week 3. This is gonna be Call of Daddy versus Alea lacta. Oh man, lacta est. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I have a feeling that's Latin. I've never taken a day of Latin in my life, so really sorry if that's pronounced wrong. Anyways, although I guess Latin is a dead language, so it's kind of hard to pronounce it wrong. Okay, enough blabbering from my end. Let's load up game number 1. I'm at 1 second when you guys are ready.
Ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. This looks like an exciting match to start off with. We're on Southwest Mesa, which is like one of the most. I feel like it gets not as much hate as I think players get frustrated by it because it's so annoying to move your troops around and units around. Like I think people hate Watering Hole more for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Even though. Anyways, let's look at the players. So on the Call of Daddy side, we've got the namesake player Daddy, Troll, who's commentating with us here by Breck, Fatabi against KVL, Donald Trump, and MB MP 2015. So nations-wise, Daddy's got Lakota, Troll's got Americans, Fatabi's got Aztecs, whereas KVL has Turks, Trump has British, and MB MP has Chinese. Who do you think has the better choice of picks? And also, I think I did the bands in the wrong order. I'm not sure. I don't know. Who do you think has the better nations for this map?
Well, I like I like Lakota on this map because they can really be a pain in the butt. They can go into areas that just are hard to get to them. So that's nice. American's nice also. A good pick there, Troll, because you can get that quick Colossus up. It's pretty good to boom on this map if you're in the right spot.
Yeah, not just boom, but also have army, which gives you free food resources. So
Yeah, exactly.
you can also push pressure and also boom.
Yeah, you can kind of boom rush, kind of do both. And Aztecs is a great support there. So I had a quick question for you. How did you guys decide who was going to play what tier for this match?
I'm good with booming, so I decided I'll just go with second, which is America, and then we had to rotate. And Saran is good with pushing and all those things, so he always goes tier 1.
Yeah, Soren is Daddy, for those of you who don't know in the chat. Soren is Daddy.
Yeah, so if you look at right now what's happening to my city, that's really funny. You can just check out what happens to me.
What, at Washington there?
Oh.
Yes. I have 0 wood.
Yeah, I see that. Well,
Oh my goodness.
Bunch of wood but
There's
Istanbul
actual
saved
no wood.
you.
Wow.
Yeah, Istanbul just saved you though, so you guys can split that big chunk of wood there. So that's pretty funny. That is a pretty funny start.
Yeah,
Well,
but
KVL's on the
that's
other
my
team.
enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, this is let's see.
Yeah.
So this is a really exciting thing that doesn't happen too often. Players
Especially
with
on this map,
literally
it's
no wood.
Pretty rare. Yeah, it's pretty rare.
We'll see. I think you might be able to get like 2 wood. Yeah, you can get 2 wood here on this side. But it's kind of sparse. There's no wood on this side. Maybe you'll have to walk to MBMP's territory. Or no, that's your opponent. There's literally no wood.
And to be right across from Turks on top of it. I mean,
Yeah, yikes. I'm so sorry, Troll. This is a very unfortunate spawn for you. We'll have to see if you can make something out of it. I guess the best strategy I can think of is if you get a bunch of ruins and a bunch of citizens, you put down a library earlier, like go like 3 farms or something, and then hope you get a bunch of ruins and then get Civ 1 for wood, I guess. Or you can walk your units all the way to Daddy's position or Daddy's civs early. I don't know.
It's just a bad spot. I mean, you got to do like a mini Laco here and just scout with 5 or 6 and try and get some ruins.
Yeah.
Tough break, man. But that's
that wealth rune's not going to help, unfortunately. Yeah. So what was going through your head at this point, Vibrak, with no wood in your territory?
And Turks sitting right at your lap.
Yeah. So I thought about it. So what could I do? And Daddy kept asking me to resign, and he'll just get my keepsake. But then I think that's not legal to do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I don't know if those are literally in the rules, but it's like kind of like a unwritten rule. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's not something you do. Yeah.
So I said I'm not doing that. But so I kept scouting the ruins, and then I kept wishing that he'll not just mill one and start raiding me.
Yeah, and it looks like you do have the most ruins, even more than the Lakota player, 150 ruins. I don't think KBL realizes that you have no wood.
Yeah, when you get desperate like that, like you just are gonna be like, I gotta do what I gotta do. So you're gonna get out and grab as many ruins as possible. Be more aggressive trying to find them. But it doesn't look like KVL's really scouted you at all.
No, and that's why one of the reasons why it's important
Yeah.
to scout. You see your opponents in a demolder position, then clearly if KVL knew that Byrak was in such a terrible position, just go barracks or go library barracks, and then they're dead.
Yep, pretty much.
Or you can even like skip Civ and just go for a classical age rush, and then they're so slow that you can just kill them pretty much outright. But it looks like you've done a decent job. Got 4 farms.
Yeah, considering.
Getting up there, it's 4 minutes 30 seconds, which is obviously still really slow. But with no wood, that it's still impressive. I think maybe at this point put down that woodcutter camp. Oh, we do see Daddy is ready with Civ. Gonna Civ probably soon, which I think is gonna help out a lot. Civ coming now.
Yeah, because there's a nice big 7 or 8 trees right there, so that'll be nice.
And it looks like Fatabi is gonna save up for Mill 1 here, which I think is actually an excellent choice against the British player. British here they are a little slow to max out their eco, and so I think this is a good choice, saving up for Mill 1. That's exactly what Fatabi's doing. Has a bunch of citizens near the front to maybe push the offensive, and so we'll have to see what happens here.
And this is a crazy look where these cities are. You have Trump isolated up in the top corner here. You have Daddy down where he can just do whatever he wants. Troll is like shitting his pants. He's got no wood. He's off to the side.
Yeah.
And then you have MBMP's way in the back. I guess he can boom a little bit. So it's just this like weird setup this whole game. From the beginning.
And it looks like KVL does go for Mill first, but I think he's a little on the slow side. If you go for Mill first as a Turks player, you should be faster. I don't know what... I don't know exactly what happened here. And finally, the wood is available for you. You can finally use this giant wood camp, Bybrak, but you have no villagers over there, which is a misplay on your part. You have 180
I'm
wood.
Actually sending I'm actually sending one villager there, but then the Chinese player is making his city.
Yeah,
Oh wow! And this Chinese player is just completely screwing the caravan route. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. This is just a nightmare game. Here,
What a
guys.
game!
It's
Wow.
ridiculous.
I will say, Troll,
not
you're.
one shot fired yet, but it's like.
Well, we do
Cold
see
War going
we do
on.
see shots being fired on this side. Fatabi's starting the raid on the British player who went commerce, then mill. Doesn't have a barracks quite yet. If Fatabi can scout this barracks, that would be devastating against this British player. Who's look at that economy. The hoplite might get there in time. Wow, it's probably gonna deny it, and that looks like Trump is dead. They're really dead.
Aztecs is about one of the best counters you can get for the Brits because you get those free light infantry, which just can handle those British archers just fine.
Actually, this barracks is still technically going up. See the population or percentage? It's increasing really slowly. These hoplites are getting
it could
targeted
go up.
down.
Yeah, it could
Fatabi
go
needs
up.
to make another hoplite. Choosing to go for commerce, not a good choice there, Fatabi. You just want to make some more units to keep the pressure on. Your opponent's really down. At this point, Fatabi needs to target fire some citizens, and these free archers from British are really going to help out, kill these hoplites immediately.
It's a great job there by Trump to hold.
Yeah, I actually don't know who came out on top at the end of that.
It's probably about even.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Fatabi, if Fatabi had made another hoplite or another light infantry, I think he would have like outright killed Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I don't think there's many people who would complain about that. Sorry, political dig. Anyways, we see this Chinese city here of Lanzhou gonna cut off Lakota city and the American city here. I have a question for you, Troll. Why are you hoarding so many resources?
To be honest, I didn't know what to do, and then I went Civic 1. I made my city over there at the Dedi side, just to be on the safe side, and later I went for a military 1.
Okay, so looks like you're gonna choose to delay the military one.
Yeah.
I think
because
that-
I was thinking he'll come and help me, which he also kind of delayed making.
Yeah, so
direct.
we'll have to see what happens in this game. Obviously, again, Troll, no spoilers of what is going to happen, but like it feels like KVL's just not doing a great job with these units. This hoplite's targeting the library. Like, why? You don't need that. Archers are doing a good job targeting the citizens, but when you have an early advantage over your opponent like this, just march in your hoplites, start killing the citizens. The city fire can't do that much to heavily armored hoplites anyways with 4 armor.
And look at this Turkish. Turks are going to tower a Sistanawan here.
Yeah,
if he's
and
not careful.
Daddy's not gonna. If Daddy doesn't notice, I don't really know. This tower is very obviously forward.
Yeah.
What you want to do is you just garrison
out.
2 units in here, and then the tower can't go up, and then it's easy, easy stopping them. But looks like this tower is gonna go up.
Yeah, and he's gonna throw those archers in there, so it's gonna have double the rate of fire.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be trouble.
And Daddy notices a little bit too late. Can actually target fire this merchant down, which he should.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do see Troll. You've got this city in the bottom side, and it feels like KVL just has kind of dropped the ball. Like we saw this in the game that I played actually against the game 1 against Flat Team 1. The Turks player just not researching Civic 1 and only having 70 food income. That's really going to hurt you in the long run. You really, really don't want to do that.
And he's hoarding resources, 300 food, 300
Yeah,
wood.
there's absolutely no reason to do that.
Yeah.
Just build another city, unless you're going for like a really, really aggressive rush. But even if you are, this is not really the best like build for it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, if he was, he should have at least 4 hoplites out by now, and I don't think he even has 1.
Yeah,
He's
and
got
also
one
you want to use food runes. You have food rare resources. You have horses right here. If your plan is to skip Civic 1, that you really want to do that. Looks like this tower is going to beat the city in the long run, and that's going to hurt. This is going to be a kind of free giveaway. Obviously, Daddy can put down a tower and stuff, but it's going to be really hard. Here we see.
I'm not sure why Daddy's still using the wood there. He's only getting 4 from it. He's Lakota. He can go anywhere on the map.
Yeah,
So
it just feels unnecessary. Maybe in the back over here, there's an excellent wood camp that's nice and safe. Also, if you look at the food income for the Lakota player, only 72, really not ideal. I see Troll, you snuck around a couple citizens all the way around the map. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Wait, this is only a +5? I thought it looks a little bit bigger for some reason, but I don't know. There is another +5 over here, which I guess you could use if you wanted to. And Daddy's gonna put up 2 towers. I think that's what you have to do if you're in this position. Put up 2 towers, just make sure that you don't lose the city to a single heavy infantry or something like that. Really interesting game. On this side, we see Fatabi has a nice tower at the front, going to take down this library eventually, and the British player is a bit slow, needs to just put some more farms out, spam some more citizens, get that income nice and high.
Yeah, this looks like it's really going to be up to Fatabi here to make something happen. He's splitting Trump pretty bad. He's got Trump's in a bad spot, so it's going to be pretty easy for Fatabi to go in and keep trouble to him.
Yeah, and I think, this is a bit of a blunder here. When you're the British player, you just want to build farms and stuff. You don't care about a temple. You don't care about a market, especially early on. You just want to get the income up nice and early. You have plus 125. That's your advantage as a nation. Just try and get that up. We see MBMP 2015 as well as KVL aging, as well as Daddy, the Lakota player, obviously aging fastest, but that food income is just not ideal. Does put down a stable, which I think is an excellent choice. But this tower is going to be able to reduce the city momentarily, and then, as soon as there's more army from their side, they get a free city. Still nice choice of Daddy to put up towers like that. Okay, so now that all of this chaos is calmed for a little bit at least, let's we do see KVL trying to take the city. It's not going to work out. Now this chaos is calm for a little bit. Let's talk about the rares because we haven't done that yet. So for the team of Alea, lacta, Esta, they've got horses, which is awesome. They've got sugar, both great aggressive rares. There's obsidian over here, which they can't really use. I think there's silver here, which looks like KVL's merchant is just doing a terrible job getting to. You really want to micro that. And then there's amber here that actually Daddy is using. And then in Fatabi's, and then over here, let's see, is there anything?
Salt.
Oh yeah,
salt
salt furs over here that I guess
Yeah.
they probably haven't scouted. They would have used, they would have used it even by now. All right, and then for Call of Daddy, they have relics in the top, which they have scouted. There's diamonds in the bottom, which is really great for them. Hopefully that will help them catch up a little bit. Cotton, that Fatabi's currently using. Salt, as you mentioned earlier, on the bottom side here. There's dye, which let's see where it is. Dye, which is right next to Montgomery. That's a nice rare to have. And the Americans player troll is going to finally age. And I have no idea what this Turks player is doing. What? What?
Yeah, he's dropping the ball here. No mill 2. Yeah, you got to get some sieges out here. Washington's just a sitting duck.
Yeah, there's literally no army. Only now a barracks coming.
Yeah, and there's 1 tower, 1 lookout, but that's nothing to Turkish siege. It'll raise that. And
Yeah, and if you look at the scores here, Troll actually has a higher score than KVL, which is ridiculous considering Troll started with no
yeah, literally
economy.
no.
Like, good work on your part, Troll, and also really bad work on KVL's part. I have no idea what they're doing. Yeah, it's baffling. I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, he should have sent like 2-3 heavy infantries earlier.
It's not even that. It's just like you can play standard and you go senator and you win easily. Like if you age against a Turks player at 12.5 minutes, you're gonna lose. If the Turks player just plays standard, but they haven't. They just I have no idea what KVL's doing, and probably gonna give away the game because on this side it looks like Fatabi's doing decently well against the British player. The British player does have a lot of archers, which is really good, but Fatabi's a decent player. He's gonna try and make something happen on that side, especially with salt and diamonds and cotton. So we'll have to see what comes out of the Aztec player here. Trump probably has to play defensive. No way to really push in. I guess having the archers up over here could be an advantage, but then London is exposed.
Still no siege factory from the Turks. I don't know what's going on there.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a really bizarre play. Turkish play here.
And Washington, the capital, got moved to Montgomery, which is a nice choice. It's a little farther away. Also, Makasika's in the back, so both capitals are, back over here. They're a little less protected, obviously, but they can still be quite good. I still have no idea what the Turk player is doing now, building up a siege factory, but this is just mismanagement of your economy. 800 timber and no other resources.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't know about that,
break.
Chief.
Yeah, it's a bad break there. You see Fatabi up top. Looks like he's gonna get a little raiding army or something. He's gonna do something here. He's got 2 heavy and 2 light.
Yeah, and that looks like a smallish army raid, which is not bad. Fatabi is going for senator, as well as Donald Trump. I actually would like to see Donald Trump go for despot, considering how he's backed up into this corner. You don't really want to trade with the Aztec player for too long, and if you just kill the Aztec player straight up, that's really good.
Yeah.
If you go senator and the Aztec player rotates to the other side, then you're kind of in a pickle. And we do see the siege starting from KVL. What are your thoughts at this time, Troll, when you see those sieges coming out, those Turkish sieges?
I saw his heavy infantry, and then I saw that there could be an opportunity to just kill them right away with the archers.
Yeah, and that looks like what you're doing. It's a good choice. We do see KVL not really microing or building units. Not really sure what's happening there. And asking for support from MBMP. The army of Daddy is larger here. But at this point, even if you lose the city, it's bad, but it's not that bad. Like, it's not the capital. It's not anything too bad. Do see here some decent senator micro from Vibrak. Good job trying to get a bribe off, but doesn't lose the senator.
I actually lost the senator.
Oh, I'm at 16 minutes here, and it doesn't look like you've lost the senator yet. Terrible micro from KVL, gonna send these sieges in to die. And there's not even a second siege factory, even though floating bunches of resources. Just really not taking advantage of the Turks player. It looks like, yeah, you're right, the senator did die. Terrible micro. This siege is gonna die for free, and I have no idea what's happening. I don't know what KVL's doing. This is really bad play.
Yeah, just chilling. Not really doing
KVL
anything.
says catapult suicided. I mean, yes, but
you think?
Yeah, that I mean, it's the reason they suicide is because you just didn't move them, you didn't micro them at all. Finally,
come
up with a second siege factory. No government. Just I don't know, make some more units, bro. Like you have a lot of resources floating. There's
1,000 wood. You gotta do something.
Yeah, and this is a nice move from Daddy here. See, the catapults are sieging in the front, and Daddy knows there's no army here from Notice there's no army here from blue because blue is on the other side, and so has parked the army here to hurt the economy of blue and white even more, just killing this woodcutter's camp, killing the mine. Really nice play there, and it's now sieging the capital.
Yep. And this is a bad spot for the capital, but I get why he went there because Istanbul's there. So they can try and defend and fight out of there, but they're just pinned in now.
Yep.
You know, they had an early advantage with, you know, Troll being so slow, but now they're losing it all.
Yeah, and I don't really know what they're doing. Like I blame this mostly on KVL. Just like completely dropped the ball.
100%. Yeah.
Like
he didn't scout at all early, and you got to scout your opponent and see that he's vulnerable.
Yeah, it's just really no excuses for like all like there. It feels like KVL made like a bunch of errors, and there's no excuse for like any of them. But all combined, you know, it's completely has given away this game.
And you can see he's just steady suiciding these catapults.
Yeah, on this side we see the Aztec player has a much stronger army than the British player. Army composition, just look at it. There's no heavy infantry from Donald Trump here, whereas there's a bunch of cavalry from Fatabi. So if Fatabi fights in a straight-up fight, can easily just crush the British army. There is a tower and a lookout, as well as another tower down here. There's militia, no attrition. It's hard to say who would win straight-up fight here. KVL says it's over. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I wonder whose fault that is, you know?
Yeah. And Daddy's not too far away from aging here. He's gonna be able to age as soon as he gets his food.
Yeah.
Almost enough knowledge. So,
yep.
Yeah, big missed opportunity here from the Turks. They got to get in and do some more damage. How they still don't have Washington is beyond me.
Yeah, and how the Turks player is only now putting down the second city is beyond me as well. Really, really not good play at all.
And I always see Colossus coming from Daddy. He's rolling. His economy's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
He needs some metal income, but other than that, he's got the knowledge to age, just needs the food. So he's going to be aging here very shortly. And third city coming from trees, from troll trees. Yeah, this is just, it looks like Lanzhou's gonna fall here soon.
Yeah, there's a big army here from Daddy. Daddy is close to aging, so I don't know why he's going for this push. Just, you know, you can age up and get upgraded units. Here you're just going to throw away a bunch of light cavalry, basically. But maybe if you're able to take this city, it could work out.
And then look at this. Looks like Troll's going to get the plunder from that.
Wow, and KVL calls GG. Yeah, I mean, this game is over.
Yeah.
Trump resigns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about rags to riches story here. Zero wood, absolutely no wood. Turks at your doorstep. And you get the plunder at the end. Wow, what a comeback. Great game.
Yeah.
Great game. But I will say it was more of KVL just giving the game away.
Yeah,
but
completely.
Still a good job. Because when you don't have any trees like that, that's demoralizing. So it's easy for you to want to give up and just forget it. You know, we have no chance.
Yeah,
Turks
but
right here.
yeah, good work on your part, Troll, for sticking it in there, continuing to battle despite the ridiculous situation. And props to you for taking.
Ends up getting the most. He gets the most kills too.
And also the highest score. What the heck?
Yeah. What the hell? So.
Nice work. Just like even if the game ultimately was because White played really poorly, still nice work on your part. Just keeping it going, playing the best you can in a really awful situation for you. Nice work.
Yeah, and I'll say it looked like Fatabi was going to go in and kill too anyways up top. So even if they didn't get that down there, he was going to kill the Brits pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right, let's take...
All around AS dominate, or
Call of Duty
dominated.
Yeah. I'm going to update the team score here, and then also I need to fix the teams and nations, I believe, because I did it the wrong way. If you see here... obviously, Alea, lacta, Esta couldn't have picked British or Turks. I accidentally swapped them, so give me a couple minutes to do that while... oops, sorry. Wait, what am I doing? I need to... These things... give me a couple of minutes to change that really quickly while... do you guys want to talk... Troll, do you want to talk about what went through your head at the end of that game?
I thought, like, when he wasn't rushing on me, like in the beginning, I thought maybe he's giving away, it's going to be easy. But then I had Daddy on over there, so I said, okay, father is over there, nothing would happen.
Yeah.
And once he was there, it became more relaxing because he's Lakota and he's over there. And I don't know why the Chinese player made his capital over there in the center.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is he didn't want to be isolated up top from maybe Lakota sneak him, and he saw Istanbul's capital, so he figured, you know what, we'll just both defend here together. But yeah, I see in the chat, Master 8 says 4 siege, 20 plus militia could easily come from China and the Turks player. He's absolutely right. I mean, I don't know why. You have China right there. They can just pump out units, especially militia. You know, Turks obviously with the cheap villagers, they get a ton of militia. You could easily go in just militia and siege, but they just I don't know. I guess they got you guys got it in their head. So good job somehow surviving that.
And also Donald Trump was being given a hard time over there.
Yeah,
So,
Fatabi was going to beat him
yeah,
eventually, anyways. Yeah, so that helped. That pretty much it pretty much was just a 2 versus 2 because those two were up at the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys were able to rotate out, and that's tough on that map too to micro because you have all those stupid cliffs in the way and mountains. So to get back, yeah, it was a good one.
And sometimes sieges are stupid. Like it's not about KVL. When I send them somewhere attacking, they just walk into there. Do you know how to command them in a way that they stay over there and then hit from the back? Or like they are just stupid.
Yeah. And Turkish siegers are so much better because they have that extra long range. So there's no reason to ever get them very close. So.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hi, Sheer. I see you in the chat. I'm pretty sure that's Master 8. If you're not Sheer, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I called you you Sheer, a random person.
It might be.
Anyways, I'm pretty sure these on the screen now, the picks and bans and stuff are updated. So Call of Duty, they can't pick Lakota or Turks anymore, nor British, nor and Americans, nor Aztecs and Greeks. And on the other side, they can't pick Turks or Japanese, British or Indians, and Greeks nor Chinese. All right, let's jump into game number 3, shall we? Or game number 2, sorry, my bad.
Sounds good.
All right, gotta switch back to Rise of Nations here. If you're just joining us today, this is AS Eat the Pair talking, and I am joined by olddirtyh as usual, and also by Rek, who is a special guest for this cast. We are currently casting Call of Duty versus Alea, lacta, Call of Duty 1, game number 1, and it was quite the insane game. And so now let's load up game number 2.
I'm ready when you are.
All right. Control, you ready?
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So it looks like this is Watering Hole, the most cursed of all cursed maps. And let's take a look at the players and nations. So on the Alea lacta Estes side, they've got KVL with Aztecs, Donald Trump with Lakota, MB, MP with 2015 with Romans. And on the other side, we've got Daddy with Indians, Troll with Maya, and Fatabi with Japanese. Who do you think has the better picks for this map in particular?
I like we talked about last game, or the last time we saw Hole. Maya's always good in here because of the cheap wood.
Yeah.
Indians kind of a similar because they don't get the scaling costs on the wood, and the Japs have the cheap farms. So, yeah, I think Daddy team has the edge for sure. Romans are good, but nothing really special is going to help them too much on this map.
Yeah.
Lakota's hit or miss on this map. Same with Aztecs. Aztecs could be great if you're raiding the water a lot, getting a lot of plunder. But I definitely give the edge to Daddy team on the nation.
Yeah, I think it's going to depend a lot on the Aztec player here to see who has the edge in terms of nations. You know, obviously Japanese are awesome on this map, being really, really fast. They also have cheap ships, which is one of their benefits that a lot of people don't necessarily notice or care about. And then obviously, as you said, Maya's good. And also, you know, Lakota's not as good on this map as on other maps. You know, don't get me wrong, this is an aggressive map. It's really awesome to have a fast start and start sieging your opponent nice and early with Lakota. But it's a little hard to utilize the territory building things utilize the territory strengths, like building without territory, because most of your cities are just along the water, and the conflicts are along the edge of the lake in the hole in the middle. So we'll have to see. I'm not super. I think given our KVL's performance in the last game, I'm not super confident, and so therefore I would give the edge to Call of Daddy, at least nations wise.
Yeah, for sure. Unless KVL realizes he needs to be aggressive, he's going to waste Aztecs like he wasted Turks last game.
Yeah, and Aztecs are one of the stronger nations. We do see here the Japanese player Fatabi is right next to the Aztec player. That's a big problem for the Aztec player, actually. Obviously Aztec player are one of the better mill first nations, but if your opponent just goes mill first and kills you, you're in a lot of trouble. Let's take a look at where the players are located around the map. So obviously we've got Fatabi and KVL down here, Japanese against Aztecs. The Lakota player, Donald Trump, is in the back, which is nice for him. MBMP is in this kind of pretty secluded area, has access to salt and +5 wood. Actually a pretty good spot, and also this giant mountain here. Against the Indian player, Daddy, who's already pretty fast, actually, has 4 farms already. And then the Maya player, who's way in the back. This situation down here, though, I'm a little scared for the Aztec player, especially if Fatabi can just really get up in the Aztec player's face, find the wood, start doing things. We can see the Japanese player already has 4 farms and has enough wood for a 5th one, whereas the Aztec player is only now putting up the 3rd farm. Really shows the power of Japanese in speed, at least. All right, so let's take a look at the rares quickly. So in the Japanese player's territory, they have citrus, which is an awesome rare for this map, as well as bison and sugar, and that's it. Those are the only rares they have,
But citrus is great.
Citrus is great, and sugar is a pretty solid rare as well, very good on this map.
Yep.
But there's not that many rares. On the other side, we have the Romans player has salt as well as furs in their territory and silk, and they have relics and tobacco. I actually think the rares are fairly even because, this side has 2 wealth rares, their opponents have none. Citrus is good and all, but, relics, furs, salt, silk also for Com 2 possibly. There's a bunch of good rares that the side of Alea lacta est has.
Yeah.
We don't see a library quite yet from Fatabi. It should get a library faster. They haven't scouted citrus yet, but they're going to scout it momentarily. Troll, you're going to scout citrus there.
Yeah, he's going to get a ruin.
Yep. And KVL has just much less resources than Fatabi. But Fatabi's library is really late. As a Japs player, later than 4 minutes is pretty unacceptable. I think Fatabi just was microing citizens or something for a while, and didn't put up the library soon enough. Has lots of resources floating, and that's going to slow him down a little bit.
He's still way faster than KVL. KVL is still nowhere near a library.
Yeah.
So that's not going to hurt him too bad.
Yeah, we do see here Donald Trump going for commerce first. I think this is a good choice. On this map, generally, you don't really want to go for science because you want to save the extra wood.
Yeah.
And here we see, again, a similar play as Fatabi on the other side. MBMP 2015 has put down the library, but look at all that timber floating. Obviously could have put down the library earlier, but just didn't, and that's going to slow him down. On the other side, the Indians player has already finished researching Commerce 1, and so it's going to be much, much faster.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's... just some slow play here.
It looks like we do see mill first for the Japanese player, which is a good choice. And the Aztec player is just now getting up the library. Should start banking timber and food. Timber and food. This citizen's a terrible choice. Don't do that. Oh, this commerce is going to be even worse. You're right across from the Japanese player. They're obviously going to go for mill first. So you got to save your stuff.
Obviously, once again, KVO's... He found the farms, just like the last map. He scouted out, okay, he's got farms, but he didn't look at where the capital actually is. He didn't see if there was any other buildings going up. One thing you want to do is, even if it's not Japs, any player that's across from you this close, just keep a village over there, just kind of walking around, seeing what's going on, because you're going to be at risk for a mill 1.
And currently KVL has no idea.
Exactly.
The Japs player could be making boats, could be banking resources for a civic one for whatever reason. No idea.
Yeah.
And finally sees that heavy infantry, and KBL's probably dead.
Actually, Donald Trump told him to go calm one. And now, if
really?
you look at the chat messages, they are fighting against each other.
Yeah, stupid. Big mistake. Why would you go calm one against him? Like I said, scout the Japs. If you see he's got a dock going up, it's like, okay, I can quickly try and maybe do a calm, but yeah, it says, KBL says no racks now, no mill, good game.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah.
It's pretty much over. KVL does go for the attack on these bowmen, which is a good choice. You just want to hit the weaker units. But not doing a terribly good job microing. If you can kill these bowmen, maybe, and yeah, it looks like Fatabi has recognized, okay, I'm way ahead, I can build another heavy infantry. And I don't really know what KVL's doing. This micro is really bad. What did you spend the wood on? You spent the wood on a fisherman? What? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not going to be able to get mill anytime soon.
Yeah, this looks over. Let's take a look at the other side here. Starting fishing on this side. We'll see if the Lakota player is. We see Donald Trump has sent a message to Fatabi, go back. Nice try there. Yeah, when you're in this sort of situation, you don't want to spend resources. You just want to bank resources for a mill, micro your citizens out of the way so they don't die, and then hopefully you can get up a barracks at some point. But I mean, it's gonna be really hard to possibly win this. I'm gonna try and take out these bowmen yet again, but there's so few citizens. They're all gonna die to these heavy Japanese infantry. Now they're fighting them. Yeah, this looks nasty. And Trump went for Civic 1 and put the city on the other side. What the heck?
Yeah, this is crazy. It makes no sense. I mean, Trump can be mad all he wants, but he's not exactly helping here.
Yeah, and I saw Connor say in the chat, second game is GG before it start, and I didn't comment on it because I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna make something happen this game, but looks like we're gonna see similar blunders, really, really big blunders from, from both sides again, or from what do you call it? From Alea lacta est again.
Yeah, it's just poor communication and just bad decision making. Honestly, I mean.
Yeah, like why is KVL building another fish? Like, good job canceling it, but this is really.
Look, especially you got to learn from your mistakes, right? You're the Turks player in the game before. You did absolutely nothing. So now you go with Aztecs, another aggressive nation. You're right across from Japs. I mean, you guys are basically next door neighbors. And instead of scouting him, coming up, try to go mill one, you go calm one. Like, he should have had the intention to go mill one anyways. Like, even if the Japs weren't going mill one, he should have been thinking mill one. But instead, he's still playing very passive.
Yeah.
And that's just it. So
yeah, and KBL says they have water. Well, I mean, obviously you're.
Yeah.
You
think? Yeah. Captain Obvious here.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, look. If you're any freaking nation at this point, just go mill one. If you're right across from your opponent, go scout them out. I mean, why not? It's not gonna hurt you not to go mill one.
Like,
at this point,
so
because you can go raid.
Yeah. So let's think about it, right? Your Japs opponent goes mill first, right? And then you don't literally die to their rush until you're that's the best outcome for you if they go mill one. And if they don't go mill one first, you mill one, and then you raid their wood, and then they're going to be a little bit behind, and then you're probably end up even. So
yeah,
there's just absolutely no reason to not go mill one. The Lakota player is aging. We'll see if Trump can get something happening on this side. Let's see how delayed Fatabi is. Fatabi still needs another minute or so to get that income up. Going for a second wood camp, only a +3, unfortunately for him. As well as tower. Obviously, Japs player is slowed down by the early age, and if Trump can make something happen, maybe take Kyoto or Mayapan early, that could be quite effective. I actually would like to see Trump just I don't know, like get a barrack somewhere in the back and just start spamming heavy infantry, but it looks like that's not going to happen.
Why is he putting a barracks back there? I mean, what is that?
Where?
Look, he has a barracks. If you look, Trump does in his second city.
Oh, I guess maybe he's going for aggression from there, which I think makes sense.
Oh, he's putting his cap there, that's why.
Yeah.
So, alright, whatever. It's over anyways. I mean, this is KVL. If you look at his score, is he ever going to get to 500 even? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah. And you're 10 minutes into the game.
You have 60 food income.
Yeah, I mean...
floating food for Civic 1, like... I don't know. I don't know what you want me to tell you. What you want me to...
It's over.
Yeah.
Look, you don't go mill 1, Japs across from you. It's over. Period. You know?
So let this be a lesson to people who are watching. If you're against an opponent who has a faster nation, like a much faster nation than you, like say Germans, Japs, Mongols, against a nation that has no quick bonuses like Aztecs, you pretty much have to, and they're right next to you. You pretty much have to go mill 1 first, just so you don't die if they mill 1 first. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. That's like the only way you survive.
Yeah, I'm at a loss of words here, man. KBL, this is 2 games in a row, man, that you just gave it away. I'm not sure what the logic is here.
Yeah. See, university coming from Trump, I think that's not a good choice. I think Trump should realize that they're gonna lose this game, like literally outright, if they don't win quickly.
You know, Daddy's team's all of aged. Only Trump is aged.
MBMP 2015 is not quite close to aging. Only 80 food income. Needs to put down some farms. Even though this is a water map, you know, you put down some farms, like. And Trump resigns. Wow.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. This player is obviously a bit of the tilted type of player. So yeah, I would.
In the comments, Trump saying newbie gameplay from you to KBL. KBL's like, you told me to become 1, but look here, KBL, you can't blame anyone else, man. I mean, don't listen to him. Trump's retarded. You just say, hey, that's a stupid move. I'm not going com 1 with Japs right here. And you got to scout and just see if there's a barracks coming. But as Pear said, go mill 1 regardless. So even if he doesn't go mill 1, then you get the upper hand. You can go raid your Aztecs. You can raid the water. You know, soon after, once you get calm. So it's like, it's not
I guess like to slightly defend KVL, although I think a big part of it is still your fault. Sorry. Slightly defend. You know, if your Lakota player says, "Oh, you can go calm 1," I'm gonna read that as the Lakota player is going mill first, and you're gonna get calm 1.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's what I read it as.
Yep.
But you know, obviously that never happened. MBMP 2015 is just dragging this out. I'm gonna fast forward because there's no point.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. Just fast forward.
Yeah.
I mean, it was over before it started, as Connor said. But
yeah.
We
You know, Troll and Daddy, I would say good work, but you guys really didn't do that much. But I mean, you didn't need to. Fatabi would just won because the opponents played awful. So.
But congrats to Daddy getting a nice win here. Easy win, but win is a win.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty exciting game number 1 there, but ultimately they just threw the team of Alea lacta just threw away the game.
Yeah, well, both games. They threw in game 1. Game 1 was a win game easily.
Yeah. Game 2, I think they were like behind in the beginning, but then they really threw it away. So.
Yeah.
I guess now we see Troll and Daddy actually doing things, trying to take Rome. Daddy says, I like your spirit, which is nice sportsmanship, but ultimately it's over. That's going to be a 2-0 victory for Call of Daddy over Alea lacta Este. Surprisingly, this match actually took less time than the last one.
Yeah, which is crazy. But, you know, hey.
Let's take a look at the game stats. I'm actually interested in the speed tab. Yeah, KVL, hear me out. So you clearly have, you know, a lot of speed. You have a pretty high player speed, a lot of hotkeys pressed. That speed isn't going to do you any good if you don't use it. You don't use your brain. Because what happens is if you don't make good decisions, all of your micros things happening, all of your like minor like spam clicking or whatever, it's not useful at all. And so, you know, you're going to lose because you just didn't make a larger scale decision. Sometimes it's good to just take a step back from the game, like think about how am I going to win, how am I going to lose, what's the strategy here, what should I do to beat my opponents, rather than just mindlessly clicking or whatever. Yeah, use your head basically.
And look at this. Troll gets more ruins than the Lakota player.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, my strategy has always been to make 2 farms, and then maybe make timber, but then keep sending even your workers from the farms to go out scouting.
And just kind
Oh,
of
yeah, at
scout
the
your
beginning,
area,
you mean,
bring them
yeah.
back. Kind of
Sure.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart, especially on this map. There's a ton of ruins on this map.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's good to-
and Jack told me that most of the ruins are on the sides, on the corners of the map.
Yeah.
On
yeah,
the edges.
exactly. Yeah,
on this
they're in
one.
the edges. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
totally true. Yep.
Yeah, I see in the chat people are saying go easy on KVL. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm trying to give him like some benefit of the doubt a
Hey,
little
look,
bit, I
look,
guess,
it's-
right?
it's-
But I
yeah,
mean,
there's
you dropped the ball,
it's- Come
like
on, man. We're just
I-
being honest here. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, it's nothing personal. It's just you just like
Yeah.
completely dropped the ball and you know, just didn't play well at all. So, really sorry about that. But I hope Alea lacta Esta looks at this replay and thinks, okay, here's where I could have done better. Here are the improvements. You know, we're clearly telling you, you know, the mistake that KVL made in this game obviously is not going middle first, and that cost him the game. So you know, just please, you know, we don't have anything against you personally. It's just we're just trying to be
No,
honest.
I actually like KVL.
yeah.
I play with them a fair amount. I mean, we're cool, but you know, this is just, you know, I would expect to be called out for the same thing. If I'm Turk sitting there, not scouting, not attacking, what the hell? Why are you wasting Turks? Same with Aztec.
Yeah.
Then just, you know, we would all hold each other to the same accountability.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
Anyways, that will be GG. Trump once again not calling GG at the end, just resigning straight up. Bad sportsmanship
Yeah.
from him.
He's always bitter. He's a
yeah.
bitter Nancy.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's stream. You know, we've cast 2 games. Both have been pretty fast. Fortunately
Yeah.
for us, only 2 hours, which is actually shorter than some of our other
Yeah.
streams and stuff. So thank you so much for watching. We really enjoyed it. This is AS Eats Pair signing off with olddirtyh and Bybrak, who is Troll.
See you tomorrow, guys.
See you.